Hello, Canucks fans. You can tell that I'm in a bit of a different place right now. I'm actually technically at work. No, not technically. I am at work, and therefore I cannot talk. Well, I got a closed door, but I got people working outside my office, so I can't talk super loud. But hey, I'm thrilled that you are here. Hopefully, you can still hear me. I'll kind of try and talk in a controlled way, but I can't help it. I'm excited. I'm very excited. A wonderful 3-0 win by the Vancouver Canucks. They look solid. They look sharp. But I'll get to that in a sec. Let me do my intro. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clay Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's my Clay's Canucks commentary live, post-game live stream coming on to you on Thursday, August the 6th from my office. I work for the Catholic Archdiocese. But if my bosses or any of my coworkers are watching this, this is actually technically my lunch break. I indeed was working while I was watching the game, so I'll take 45 minutes now on my lunch break to spend some time chatting Canucks with you. So no matter, I always say this, but I can't say I'm in Richmond today. So if you're in Vancouver, if you're in the Lower Mainland, if you are in BC, if you're in Canada, if you're on the continent in North America, or if you're around the world, I know last time we had people from 6 different countries: Austria, China, Sweden, the United States, I'm missing one, and Canada. No matter, you could be doing anything else right now. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, 2:20 in the afternoon, and I appreciate that you are here with me today. So let's see how we do. Maybe I'll go for about 45 minutes or so. Then I do got to get a bit of work done, and then I have a tea time today. So it's been a pretty good day already. I got some work done this morning. The Canucks win 3-0, and then I will be playing golf later today in Richmond. Okay. I'll do a couple quick stats things, and then we will get right to your comments and questions. I see the chat box lighting up like crazy, which is awesome. 3-0 win, shots on goal, 29 for Vancouver, 27 for Minnesota. Face-offs, actually after the Canucks were winning 2/3 of their face-offs after the first period, it completely switched, and Minnesota ends up winning 54% of the face-offs, Vancouver winning 46%. Power play, huge difference. Canucks went 2 for 7, whereas the Wild only went 0 for 7, so the Wild didn't score any goals, but the Canucks penalty killing, again, a massive, massive difference. And Minnesota, as you know, have not scored a goal, traditional 5-on-5. Their 3 goals in game number 1, 2 were in the power play, 1 was with an empty net, and then their 3 goals in game number 2, 1 was shorthanded, and then 2 were with an extra attacker. So again, of their 6 goals, not one of them has been a traditional 5-on-5 goal. Both teams had 22 minutes in penalties, another feisty affair. The Minnesota Wild actually out-hit the Canucks almost by a 2-1 margin, 39-21. What was crazy is that stat was only 17-16 after the first period. So that means the Canucks were only credited with 4 hits in the final 2 periods. That doesn't seem right, but maybe it's because they were too busy trying to stay out of the box and not do anything stupid. And then block shots, one of the Canucks strengths, given that they have guys like Tanev, Beagle, Mott and Sutter and Edler. 22 blocks for the Canucks and 11 for the Wild. And of course, we know Brock Besser had a goal and assist, Elias Pettersson had a goal and assist, and then Quinn Hughes had 3 assists for the Vancouver Canucks. So Pettersson, Besser, and Hughes combined for 7 points. Miller held off the score sheet today, but that means between Besser and Pettersson, again, our Lotto line combined for 4 points overall on the game. All right. One more thing, and then we'll get right to your questions and your comments. Game 4 is tomorrow night. So the Vancouver Canucks have a chance to wrap up the series tomorrow. It's a 7:45 start, so back to the late start, but the Canucks are playing back-to-back. I'm sure Markstrom will go tonight. I'm sure as long as the Canucks are healthy, all of them will be playing tonight. We saw Zach McEwen get in. Didn't get a lot of ice time, though. Zach McEwen actually only got 5 minutes of ice time, so barely played in the third as the Canucks were protecting the lead, but not bad for 5 minutes. He had 2 shots on goal and 3 hits, which is pretty impressive, very impressive for only 5 minutes of ice time. So aside from that, everyone else got over. Oh no, I see Roussel only had 5 minutes as well, and then Virtanen had just under 10 minutes. So as I expected, the fourth line, because they kill penalties, so Beagle, Mott, not McEwen, but Beagle and Mott had a lot of ice time between the 2 of them, especially compared to our third line of Roussel and Virtanen. So Roussel, Virtanen, and McEwen got the least ice time of all the forwards, with a lot of those minutes going to Beagle, Mott, and then Sutter because of his penalty killing. And I thought Brandon Sutter had a pretty good game, actually. He didn't get on the score sheet. He usually doesn't. but especially in the first period, I thought that he was one of the most effective Canucks players. Alex Stalock was annoying me. I have nothing personal against him aside from that I think he showboats a little bit, a bit of a flair for the dramatic, so to speak. But whatever, he's an opposing goalie. So, and then of course Ryan Hartman is a goof, and none of us like him. All right, let's get to your comments and let's see how we do. Once again, thank you for joining me. It's 2:27. Let's try and get to 3 o'clock, maybe half an hour, at least half an hour, 35 minutes, and then we will go from there. All right, Justin Hart says, such a good game. I'm wide awake and caffeinated on the East Coast. That's good. So it's only 5:30 out there. You still have your whole night in front of you, Justin. There's definitely going to be a fight. Yeah, no fights, but it was a very chippy game for sure. Vader says, oh, to WWW. I think he was going with a running commentary there. Justin Hart says, too many penalties. The Canucks would get lit up against a great team. Yeah, it's tough to say. I'm not going to be that pessimistic. I did think that, the Wild today was basically Kevin Fiala and, oh yeah, there was a fight. Thanks, Dexter. Refresh me. Now I'm so confused. Oh yeah, was it the Miller kind of brouhaha? But against, I think today Minnesota was basically Kevin Fiala and a bunch of other guys. Like Fiala still looked dangerous, one-timers, deflection shots, skating well. But aside from that, I didn't think many, Jared Spurgeon also had a couple of chances, but he's not the best shooter. I noticed he had a couple of chances from the face-off dot in, but aside from that, the Minnesota Wild did not look too dangerous. And I really liked the way that the Canucks played today, defensively, standing up for each other and playing aggressively as well. Rob, I agree, Justin. If Vancouver wants to go far in the playoffs, they have to take fewer penalties. Yeah, no, that's fair. You're not going to be able to take 7 penalties, 6 penalties against a team with a better power play. That's for sure. I do agree with you. Justin, hey Rob, great win, but too many penalties for both teams. Not playoff level hockey yet. I'd say the intensity is playoff level. But yeah, that's. Oh, I just saw someone said hello from Portugal, which is pretty cool. That's awesome. But I'll respond to that properly in order. Will G says W. I don't think he's saying his first initial. He's saying that the Canucks won. Real says, let's go Pettersson. Yeah, he again was engaged. Really, I was really scared when Hartman had him lined up. And I'm not sure if Hartman tried to injure Pettersson or if Hartman actually let up. Maybe that's giving him too much credit. Or I don't know if that was Hartman actually trying to light up Pettersson, but actually Pettersson was able to dodge it. But it was scary. Pettersson was down, his head tucked, and Hartman could have ran him into the boards even harder than he did. Will G. Sutter had a good game. Yes, I agree, especially in the first 2 periods. Rios Myers owns the penalty. Yeah, what is up with Tyler Myers? He's a little aggressive for my liking. And today he had, what did he have? Another 6 penalty minutes, so another 3 minors for Tyler Myers. HSM Fangirl, hey, hi Clay, I agree, too many penalties, but we shut out the Wild by the same score they beat us in game 1. So yeah, now the Canucks have outscored the Wild basically 4-3 in the series because the 2-3-0 games negate each other when it comes to total goals. Costas, that Hartman hit on Pettersson was dirty. I agree, and I agree, Costas. I'm just saying it could have been a lot worse actually, so thank God it wasn't. Shay, hello Shay from China. That's awesome. So we know that China, Portugal, the US so far are represented here. Myers must have taken himself in a playoff pool where penalty minutes are important. Yes, and right off the bat today too. Costa says Myers got to stop taking penalties. So common theme already is Tyler Myers taking penalties. Nuck 649 comes in strong. Woohoo, Clay, let's go. I'm so happy right now. So you guys, this mood, remember the mood on Sunday night, I actually said it wasn't bad considering the Canucks played so poorly, but Sunday night the mood wasn't great. Tuesday the mood was a lot better because we won, and today the mood is really good. I don't want to keep saying this, but I have to kind of keep my voice down a little bit because I am working in my office, and then I have coworkers outside. But they did hear me scream when Besser scored to open the scoring, and a couple of them ran over and asked me if I was okay. And I just saw someone say hello from Estonia, which is awesome. It's the first time I know of someone from Estonia watching this. So now we know we have Portugal, China, Estonia, US and Canada. So we're up to 5 countries. Let's see if we can get that tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I forgot to always say like I always say at the start of these videos, if you haven't subscribed already, I invite you to subscribe and welcome to this channel. And if you haven't liked this, and this is where I take like 10 seconds to see how that like button go up. I see it's at 9 right now. There's 50 of you on here. Let's see if we can get that like button up to at least 15 or 20. And that'll be awesome. and Tayeb says he or she is in Pakistan, which is awesome. So now we are up to our six countries for sure. That is pretty cool. Okay, let's get back to this. Aiden says yes. Nux 649 says what a win. Andrew says, oh, thank you guys for getting up to 25 likes. That's pretty cool. Andrew says, morning, sir. Good morning. So Andrew, remind me where you're coming from because it's not morning here. So somehow you're even further west than we are. Dexter, I'm not happy yet. 17 more wins to go. Dexter, you can be a little bit happy at least. I'm giving you permission to be happy until tomorrow night at least. Because wouldn't you rather be up 2-1 than down 2-1? Alfred, hey Clay, great day as a Canucks fan. Yeah, it was a great game. Canucks were solid all the way through. Nux 649. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? I'm not speaking as loud as I usually do because, like I said, I have to be cognizant and respectful of my coworkers. But just give me a thumbs up or a hey if you can at least hear me okay. Okay, that's good. I see a couple of you saying yes already, which is good. I'm trying to be the calm, collected, professional Clay, but I'm glad you can hear. That's awesome. Knock 649. PD, first goal, Markey, first playoff shutout. Yes, all good things. Yeah, and Zach McEwen was playing in his first postseason game. Remember, I don't want to get too much harp on this too much, but I've been calling these games postseason games because they're still technically trying to qualify for the playoffs. Although from a stats perspective, these are counted as playoff games, which again, like I said on Tuesday, sets up this weird scenario where you can actually have someone never play in a playoff game but accumulate playoff stats. It's kind of strange that way, but for all intents and purposes, it is the playoffs because if you lose, you go home. Dexter says Myers has 7 penalties in 3 games. Not good. Michael says, like Miller, how he stuck up for Pettersson. Yeah, that was nice to see. That was good. Sahil says, yo, and I say, yo, back. Well, I didn't say booyah last time. Dexter, I like how Sutter drilled Fiala into the boards after Fiala nudged Edler and Markey. Yeah, we had heard that Fiala expressed frustration with how he was playing or how he was getting played coming in this game, and he kept his emotions in check until you could tell he's getting a little frustrated at the end. And yes, that was a silly penalty. And Sutter, actually, when Sutter came flying in, I was worried that he was going to drill Fiala into the boards, which I don't want to happen. But I think Sutter actually let up a little bit because Fiala was also in a very vulnerable position. Not as close to the boards as, say, Pettersson was, but that could have been a lot worse as well. But yes, Dexter, I did like the way how Sutter stood up for his teammates for sure. You can't run a goalie or shove him or fist bump him or anything. Tyson, what a shutout, amazing. Lotto line crazy. And Wires, I think you mean Myers, needs to stop taking penalties. I agree. Costas, who are we going to play in the first round if we get by mini? How is the round robin going? Costas, we don't know who we're going to play because everyone's going to be reseeded. Vegas, Colorado, Dallas, and St. Louis are all playing each other, and they'll be seeded 1 through 4, depending on how they finish. And then the 4 qualifying winners will be seeded 5 through 8. Now, if all the favorites win, Calgary has 5, Nashville has 6, Vancouver has 7, and then Calgary or Winnipeg is 8, 9, then we would be the 7th seeded team. So we would play against number 2. But we don't know who number 2 is. However, if someone like Chicago knocks off Edmonton, then that moves Vancouver up 1 spot, if you follow what I'm saying. So Vancouver could conceivably be the 6th seed as opposed to the 7th seed if either Edmonton or Nashville lose, right? And if both those teams lose, then the Canucks actually shoot up to number 5, and then we play against whoever the 4 seed is. So all to say, we don't know who we're playing in the bracket in the first round of the playoffs if we beat Minnesota, because we don't know who else is going to win qualifying series, and we also don't know the final placing of the round robin teams right now. Nux says Stetcher decked Fiala. Yeah, did he? I can't remember that part, but I'm sure he played him tough like all the Canucks did. Dexter, I also like how Miller stuck up for PD. I agree. Hell of a shot, hell of a game. Wasn't Horvat's best game, but at least we won. Yeah, Horvat was okay. He was active, he was noticeable, but yeah, that one-timer from Miller is beautiful. I think he should have buried that. He actually shot it right into Stalock's glove, and of course Stalock made it look a lot more difficult than it actually was. Rio says Sutter might get something for that though. I hope not, but we'll see. I doubt it. If Ferland didn't get something for spearing some guy, and Hartman didn't get, I don't know what Hartman's gonna get, if anything. I don't think Sutter will get anything, quite frankly. Nux, why do Wild, because he didn't even get a penalty. Not that you have to get a penalty to warrant a fine or suspension. Nux says, why do Wild players and Stalock keep diving? Yes, they got some good marks from the Russian judge for sure for their dives. Kostas Sutter had a good game. He did. He did. He really did. Andrew says New Zealand at 9:20 a.m. Andrew, that is awesome. So we're up to 7 countries now. I don't want to keep repeating them because I'm going to miss something, but I know Estonia, Pakistan, U.S., China, New Zealand, Canada. Oh, see, I messed it up already. But I think we're up to 7 countries, which is very cool. Nux says they flop so much. Rio says Wilder, a bunch of divers. And Portugal, thank you, thank you, thank you. Christian says, great game. Sutter played really well. I've said it all year. Mott is the most underrated player for the Canucks. Myers needs to stop taking penalties. Mott was great today. He really is. He hustles, and he doesn't cost us a lot of money, but he hustles, he kills penalties. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And the bottom 6 played very well. They did what they did. They need to. They checked, they played hard. They didn't get scored on. They killed penalties. And then our top 6 scored the goals. That's what we need. That's what we need. Although Roussel scored 1, for sure. Costas, Fiala was so salty, bumped Markey and Eddie. Yes, you can tell he was frustrated. Nux says our PK is so good right now. Yeah, it's because you have guys like Tanev who's not afraid to block shots. Beagle and Mott, Sutter and Erickson, they are really good. Dexter, Markstrom was amazing, and so was the PK. The PK looked worse as the game went on, but did the job. Yeah, they're getting tired. You know, you can't expect them to kill 6 or 7 penalties every game, but they did fine. Nux, Fiala was crying at the end. And Nux with all caps with the tribute to Nux and Bolts. Where's that guy right now? Dexter, the Canucks power play needs to get going. Yeah, they're getting better. They went 2 for 7 as opposed to 1 for 7, but no goals in the first game, 1 goal on Tuesday, 2 goals today. Dexter, I just want to jump to you because I said, didn't the Canucks take 11 penalties? They did, but not all of them were by themselves, right? Some of them were coincidental minors. That's why the Wild didn't have 7 power plays, if that makes sense. Rios, we need to get the power play going. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I just said that along with Dexter's comment. HSM Fangirl, 1 more win and we advance. That's exciting. Mike Stoneberg, aha, my neighbor, my next door neighbor for 13 or 14 years, now moved away, but my bodyguard, he says, Marky Hughes and Mott Hughes today. I agree with all that. Stoney, nice to see you on here. I'm glad you figured out how to comment on here. Dexter, Stalock equals Neymar. Dexter, Stalock grabbed Roussel. Yep. Dexter, Roussel gone back with a goal. Yeah, Roussel's goal was good, and he can only see out of one eye. Well, I shouldn't say that. He had a black eye. I'm sure you can see out of it. But still, that was a really nice goal to see Roussel not only be a poop disturber, because I don't see the other word, but not only be a poop disturber, but also score as well. Costas, when will round 1 start? Do we know? Yeah, all the series will start at the same time. So even, Carolina knocked off the Rangers in 3. They got to wait around for a week. The last games, I believe, are scheduled for Sunday, August the 9th. So my guess is you will see first round games as early as Monday, August the 10th, or definitely on Tuesday, August the 11th. So I'd say August 10 or August 11 will be my guess is August 11 because the NHL did announce that phase 2 of the NHL draft lottery will be on August the 10th, which is a Monday. So then we'll know, that means all the qualifying series will be done by Sunday, August the 9th. Those 8 losers will get a chance to get Alexei Lafreniere on August 10. And then my guess is that the next round, the first true round of the playoffs will be on August 11. And Costas, we won't know when the matchups are because until the last games are played on Sunday, August the 9th, because of the reseeding. We simply won't know until Sunday nights. Dexter, Hartman, Stalock, and Fiala are goofs. That's one way of putting it. Will G, PK won the game for us. Yep, we were solid. Dexter Hughes had 3 points. Awesome. Elfrin, too bad Ferlin isn't back to play the remainder of the series. Ferlin just can't get a break from being injured. It's really sad, Elfrin, but yeah, now we got to worry about his quality of life as a man, as a husband, as a father, and less about his hockey career. But one practical way to look at it, and I don't mean to sound crass, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with this $3.5 million salary. If he retires, the Canucks obviously get, or they put him on long-term injury reserve, the Canucks get that money back. I mean, it's freed up to use for other players. However, if he keeps trying to come back, Ferlin does, and he has every right to do so, then obviously that's $3.5 million that's tied up in him for a bit of uncertainty. Rios, let's try to wrap it up tomorrow. I agree. Costas, McEwen can be our 2015 Michael Ferlin or even Jake Virtanen. Yeah, he could be. He's got to get more ice time than 5 minutes, but not bad for his first ever postseason game for sure. Nuck649 says tomorrow at 7:45. Awesome, can't wait. Neither can I. Dexter says Myers and Vertanen were undisciplined today. Didn't Vertanen only have that one? That one penalty, so that's okay. He was doing a battle play behind the net. I was okay with that. Cost says tomorrow we'll close out the series. I like that optimism. Captain Benapal, let's go. We played good playoff hockey and played really good defensively. I do not disagree. I thought we were very good and very disciplined. Maybe not so much, but we definitely played aggressively and we played solid. Dexter, I feel bad for Markey. Got to stop taking penalties. Yeah, but Markstrom, he never looked overwhelmed or exasperated or anything. I thought Markstrom played a really good game today. Matthew Moss says, even though we went 2 for 7, the power play still didn't look too sharp. Yeah, I made the point that power play 1 sometimes gets too fancy, whereas power play 2, they're a lot more direct. Maybe it's because of the players that are on that second power play unit. Guys like Pearson and Vertanen and Roussel, they're a lot more direct in the way that they do their approach, their entries, and even their shots. So yeah, at least we have 2 power play units that can be decent. Dexter, there was a fight. Yes, that was a Miller Hartman. I forgot about that. Thank you. Mystery fan, not happy with Myers, but penalty kill was great. Yeah, we've heard that a few times now. Dexter says Miller versus Hartman. Yep. 6, the Rapper. Hi Clay, I watch you all the way from Portugal. Thank you, 6 the Rapper. I appreciate it. Love our Canucks, man. You are my main news line to the Canucks. Thank you, 6 the Rapper. I appreciate it. Is it 6 the Rapper or 6 Therapert? No, that doesn't make sense. But I appreciate you, your loyalty, and yeah, that you keep watching this channel. Dexter says most of the penalties are undisciplined ones, but the rest were against the Canucks today. I don't know. I don't think you can say that the rest were against the Canucks when we got the same amount of power play opportunities as Minnesota. Mystery fan, Mott worked his butt off, eh? He did indeed. He always does. He's a really good player that way. 6 the Rapper, keep it going. Why, thank you. Or are you talking about the Canucks or me? Nuck649 says Hartman wants revenge. 6 the Rapper says Mott killed it. Mott was indeed great. Stoney says power play needs to move the puck towards the goal line. The Wild are aggressive up top, making it tough. Yeah, I agree with that, Stoney. That's why you're a coach, even though you're a basketball coach. 6 the Rapper, I like Myers. Yeah, that's good. I hope so. We have him for a few more years. Dexter, what was the Pettersson penalty? The Roussel one was terrible too. I think there was one more that the rest messed up. Yeah, that Pettersson one, he was actually trying to get out of the way of Foligno. Foligno was the one who got caught up with Pettersson, and then Foligno almost blew out his knee. So yeah, that was a bad penalty for sure. Rios, thank God Pettersson's so flexible. Yeah, he's like a pretzel, but I don't want to see that tested too much. Dexter, Mott is a beauty. I agree. Anthony says good solid win for the Canucks. Yes, I agree. Frank, we can't afford to give up so many penalties. Yeah, that's one thing they're going to have to work on, but it's pretty tough, right? When a game's so chippy and so aggressive and the other team is being that aggressive, I guess it's pretty hard to turn the other cheek, so to speak. Dexter says has to be flexible. After Kotkaniemi bent him like a pretzel. Yeah, remember that when Montreal forward and Pettersson got tangled up last season. Captain Benapal, Mott played really good. Same with Sutter and Roussel, stole McDavid's legs and scored. Yeah, Roussel, I'm not sure which defenseman he beat, but he made that defenseman look like me on rollerblades, but or skates. But yes, that was a really, really nice goal by Roussel, and the puck was flat, and then I don't think he did this on purpose. And the puck bounced up on him, and he was able to. I think that's why the shot was so hard to stop. Is the puck was on end, and Roussel backhanded it past Stalock, which is really cool. Nux, we are doing this without Toffoli. We are indeed. Frank says, by the way, greetings from Estonia. That's awesome, Frank. Thank you. Michael says, Myers loves the penalty box. Hopefully it stops. Yeah, I enjoyed that penalty box patio that I was able to sit in a couple weeks ago, but they served me food. I don't know why Myers likes going to the penalty box. The mystery fan, I'm impressed with Pettersson's grit. He's going to be a fan favorite for as long as he's here, for sure. Nux649, why do I feel like the Canucks don't do well when Toffoli's in the lineup? Nux, I don't think you can blame Toffoli for that, but I think collectively the Canucks had to step up their game. You could say the same thing because Adam Gaudette missed the last 2 games too, so I actually think if Toffoli was healthy, that the Lotto line still would have been reunited for Tuesday, but it's hard to say now. HSM Vanguard Gaming, got my fingers crossed for tomorrow's game. Yeah, me too. I'm excited. Daniel Sandlin says S. Not sure what that means, but thank you. Maybe you're just putting the first initial of your last name. Tayyab says, I'm from Pakistan. Awesome. Darren says, NB. See, remember you guys, I'm not very cool. So you got to tell me if you're using shorthand or abbreviations or acronyms, you got to tell me what it means. I don't even know what NB means, but let me know. Rio says, Tayyab, where do you live in Pakistan? David says, go Swedish player. So David likes the Swedish players. That's awesome. Me too. We love the Swedish players in Vancouver. Frank, how many more penalties until Myers start having to pay rent for living in the penalty box? Yes, he does like it there. I thought maybe he's protecting something there or something, or he forgot he's looking for something in there. I lie. If you're Mini, how would you change the lineup? I don't know what you can do. They took Donato out today and put Sturman, didn't do much. I don't know what else you can do because it's not like they tried switching up the lines today. I think you, I don't know, and I really don't care. This sounds kind of bad, but I really don't know what you do. Do you go back to the lines that won you game one, given that the switch obviously didn't work for them today? That's tough to say. Maybe you go back to game one. Sixth, the rapper says yes. Alfred says, yes, I can hear you, Clay. HSM Magro says, I can hear you loud and clear. That's good. Dexter says, I saw Kobe say he wasn't happy when his team was up 2-0. He said the job wasn't done. Mamba mentality. Yeah, that we could all use a bit more Mamba mentality in our life for sure. Great point, Dexter. Sixth, the rapper says, hear you fine, thank you. So does Michael says, hear you fine, thank you. Not only do I sound fine, I trust that I look fine as well. Founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And John Johnson says, great win here. Yeah, that's awesome, John. Thank you. Snoopster says, go Canucks. Palo Alto says, I'm China here too. That's awesome. I'm probably going to butcher it, but Siju in the house, listening to the game on the NHL app. They have Jovacop and Hansen as panelists for the intermissions. Yes, that's on Sportsnet 650, which is cool. Let's just say there are no Kess and Juice. Yes, Kess and Juice took a while to get good. That's an awesome comment, Palo Alto. That's very cool. John, Dumba shouldn't have brought that social justice warrior SJW BS in the NHL. They'll lose because of him. John, I think that I would not agree with you there. I think it was great what Dumba did, and I think the more players should do more of that. And regardless of if he plays for Minnesota, Vancouver, whoever he played for, I don't think you can tie that into performance, but certainly value, you're entitled to your opinion for sure. Canucks 92, PD's one-timer is beautiful. I agree. Moritz, what was the time there? Was it even strength? What was the time there was even strength? Yeah, there wasn't a lot of even strength time for sure. Darren, same here. Morris, huge win. Michael, wild Canucks rivalry. I don't think so. I think once whoever wins this series, hopefully the Canucks moves on. That's the, we don't play in the same division, right? We're only playing them in the first round or in the qualifying round because of this weird year. Otherwise, we wouldn't see them until a conference final. And we know that playoff, rivalries are usually born in the playoffs. We're not going to have a storied history with Minnesota in the playoffs. At least I don't think. Frank, Clay, do you think we depend too much on Hughes? No, I don't actually. I think Hughes is just that good of a player. I don't say we depend on him too much. Obviously, we love having him on our team. I don't know about you guys, but there are times where Hughes, I actually think he could try harder, or maybe that's the beauty of the way he plays. It looks like he's not trying hard, but I remember there are a couple times where I think he could have kept the puck in at the blue line where he didn't seem to make an effort or whatever, but you can't argue with the results. Three points today, which is awesome. David says, hello from north of Sweden. That is awesome, David. Thank you for being here. Dexter, Sutter looks so much better at the center position. Yeah, you're right. It's more of his natural position. That's a great point. And it was Sutter, not Fiala, who hit, it was Sutter, not Fiala, and Ferland was fine. Yes, Ferland was fine, but not suspended. Good point. Rome, if Chicago can take Edmonton, Canucks might play Dallas. Yes, it depends on how the round robin seeding ends up, but that's a very good possibility. Kotrub, Horvat had similar 2-on-1 opportunity a few minutes before PD's 2-on-1 goal. Horvat could learn from PD. He just shot it to the middle of the net and said the open right side of the net. Yeah, and Horvat, I think he shot it right in Stalek's glove, right? That's what I remember. Sixth, the rapper says Portugal, reminding me, thank you. Stoney says, if the Blues lose, then St. Louis or Dallas will be third or fourth seed with Vegas and Colorado. That will be awesome because I've always said that I don't think the Canucks match up well against Vegas or Colorado. I'd rather them have play St. Louis or Dallas. So we'll see how that turns out. Costas, when is your next live? Tomorrow? No, yes. Costas, my live will be right after the game tomorrow. So presuming not extra time, it'll be around 10:15, 10:30 Vancouver time, Pacific time. Dexter, didn't the Canucks take 11 penalties? Yeah, 11 is too many. Daniel, with Tanev's play and his chemistry with Hughes, I don't think Canucks can let him walk into free agency, lock this man up. Yeah, Hughes and Tanev. Tanev is a big reason behind Hughes' success, Although we saw that Hughes played with Myers for a lot of the game today. Dexter Roussel is doing an interview right now with Hughes. Oh, that's pretty cool. Costas, when will we learn matchups for round one? Not until the weekend. Nicholas, how much money will Jacob Markstrom get paid next year? My guess is between 5.5 and 6 million a year. Rob, any quick comment on Montreal being a win away of knocking out Pittsburgh? Yeah, a quick comment would be not surprised that some underdogs are winning. Both Chicago and Montreal are the 12 seed. They're up 2-1 on their 5 seed opponents. With the restart, it basically was like the start of a season, and anything can happen at the start of a season. Dexter, he did, but it was a bad penalty. I can't remember what that was about now. Kui Win, wonderful moment with Besser pointing up to the heavens on the bench. Yes, for those of you who don't know, he had a teammate that passed away 6 years ago to this very day. So that was indeed a beautiful moment. Rios, did McEwen get benched in the third? Didn't notice him that much, maybe because of so many PKs and PPs. Yeah, Rios, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even the special teams, although that was a big part. It was also that when they're nursing a 1-goal lead or 2-goal lead before, Roussel scored, then, no, so let's say it's a 2-goal lead, you're simply going to use Beagle, Mott, and Sutter and Roussel more than you're going to use McEwen and Virtanen. So that's why you didn't see much of McEwen in the third period. Michael, I wish we could wear our skate jerseys during the playoffs. Yes, correct. We are not going to be wearing those. Slapshot, thoughts on Stetcher and Sutter going after Fiala for bumping Markstrom? I think that's awesome. You have to. You can't let a guy bump your goalie. I thought it was great. Slapshot, wish McEwen fought Foligno, hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, but you don't want to fight just for the sake of fighting. It's got to because, if McEwen fights Foligno and the Minnesota Wild are down, and then you could end up giving Minnesota Wild some life, depending on how the fight goes. So I think you can play rough and tough without fighting. Alfred, if we play a disciplined game tomorrow, we'll be fine. Just keep the power play going, continue penetrating the Minnesota defense to get goals. Yeah, what a difference the last 2 games have made as opposed to game 1. Diener says, so happy. Hello, Diener. I am so happy too. Hope you're doing well. Keep up the good work on your channel. Pretty chill fam. Minnesota trying out for Olympic diving team. Yes, and they should do very well in the next Olympics. Michael, Markey first playoff shutout since Luongo. That's awesome. Dexter, it was Kunin, I think, not Foligno. Okay, Foligno, thank you. Hot take. Hello, John. Nice to see you. Hey, Clay, taking a work break is real commitment. Congrats on the win. Well, thanks, John. And speaking of commitment, I know that I'm not sure you're streaming later today. I know you've been streaming and you're growing your channel, and it's pretty cool actually that you stream during games. I would not have the discipline to be able to stream a game and while trying to watch it as well. So yeah, I guess my compromise or whatever is that I come in after the game as opposed to during the game. But keep up the great work, John. I watch a lot of what you do. You're doing great stuff. Kevin, I thought the game was very sloppy and the Wild carried much of the play. They're still far from playing their best, so hopefully they can start clicking all cylinders. Yeah, the second period, the first 10 minutes of the second period was very, very, that was very, very sloppy indeed. I just realized that I think Hot Take Hockey is streaming right now as well. It says live now, but I see him commenting. So, John, are you doing like double whammy? That's very impressive that you're running your own stream and you're commenting on this one, which is amazing. I don't know how you do that. That's pretty cool. Let's keep on going. Oh, I skipped a bunch of comments by accident. Harold, missed the game, had to listen on the radio, watching Mr. Emo though. Well, thank you, Harold. I appreciate you very much. Matt and Markstrom was stellar tonight. He was indeed, or today, he was indeed. Dexter says they just can't type. Not sure what you're talking about there. Dexter, remind me, because I'm so far behind. Slapshot Hockey, you're cool. Just because you don't know a lot of things doesn't mean you aren't cool. I'll take that as a compliment, Slapshot. Thank you. Kevin, I love your podcast though. You and Lego know your stuff. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Yes, and Lego does great work on his channel. I have all the time in the world for Gio and his commitment to his channel. Pretty cool. Pretty chill fam. I think Myers getting penalties for being too big. Yeah, then he's gonna have to live with that for a long time. Oh, it's Hot Take. John says, no, I've been done for 20 minutes now. Oh, that's cool. And I hope it went well. And I hope Canucks fans were good to you on there. John, what's your favorite team again? Remind me where you're from and who your favorite team is. I know you did a video about the Rangers, but I can't remember if they're your favorite team or not. Michael says, if you're the Wild, you don't do anything. Yeah, that's true. Maybe I go back to my game 1 lineup. The mystery fan, Tanny took big hits all night, but like a Timex, he took a licking and kept on ticking. Tanev is pretty indispensable that way for sure. Jacob says, Black Lives Matter, Native Lives Matter. Thanks for doing it for the Canadian anthem. There we go. Dexter, I laughed when Fiala from Switzerland tried to go after Stetcher Canadian, like, bud, you have no chance. Well, yeah, I won't bring countries into it, but yeah, we always need to stand up for our own players, of course, and Stetcher being a good Richmond boy. Remember, it's not Richmond like this, like I talked about on Tuesday, it's Richmond like this. John says, one more game where Tyler Myers had me yelling at the TV. We need more out of him for the money. Yes, and we have him for another 5 years or 4 years. So get ready for it. Christian, I won't be able to be at the stream tomorrow because I have to work on Saturday morning. I'm in Saskatoon, so it'll be too late for me. That's fine, Christian. I appreciate the time that you do spend on here. Costas, who do you want to win between Colorado, Dallas, Vegas, St. Louis? Well, who do I want to win versus who do I want the Canucks to play are two different things. Of those 4 teams, my favorite is Colorado by far, and I want Vancouver to play against Dallas or St. Louis because I think they match up against Dallas or St. Louis better than they do against Colorado or Vegas. Alex, Tanev needs to be praised for his performance during the series. Resign him, please. Yes, he is proving his worth for sure. Lefty all around. Hi, host. Hello. Great game. And the guy who commented Besser is so easy to shut down. I guess you forgot how good he is around the net and burying the rebound. Yeah, sweet revenge. Yeah, Besser has been good. He's been motivated for sure. Alfred, can't wait for a series win tomorrow. It'll be the first time since the 2011 Western Conference Final. Isn't that crazy how we lost the final in 2011, bounced in the first round 2012, 2013, 2015. We have not won a series in almost 10 years. Crazy. Dexter, if I stream a Canucks game, I'm getting a strike. You're a passionate fan. Hot Take, thank you. I really appreciate that. You as well. Thank you, John. Rob, Hot Take does a great job streaming when the games are on. Yeah, no, he's the man for sure. Dexter, he put live in the thumbnail. Oh, I see. Actually, but it says live now down below. That's why I got thrown off. Lefty, hey, Hot Take Hockey. Got Hook says hi. And then another word that I don't know what it means. I think he's going to say awesome. Matt, Wild were undisciplined from the first draw. It's one thing to have a strong forecheck, but too many errors lost it for them. Canucks were great value for the win. I agree. Canucks made them pay on the power play. Dexter, we were talking about about the people with the texting abbreviations. Yes, they weren't even real. Oh, I see. So people are trying to throw me off now. See, I wouldn't even know because I trust you guys. I trust you guys to look out for this humble, honest, innocent 46-year-old man. Hot Take Hockey, thanks, Rob. Rio says, yes, we were. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Idris says, Markstrom was stellar. Brock Besser played well, and power play looked okay. Would like to take less penalties. I agree with you, Idris, all those things. Plasma, do you think we'll win? Yes, I do. I do think we'll win tomorrow. Justin, what's up, Clay? Big win. Let's close it out tomorrow night. I'm with you, Justin. Lefty, what do you think of the 2 future Hall of Famers set up? Hughes and Pedersen. Yeah, that was beautiful. I was watching that goal with a buddy of mine in my office, and when we saw those 2 guys, the 2 most skilled guys on our team, you knew something good was going to happen. It was a beautiful pass, look off by Hughes, and Pedersen made no mistake in finishing. Hot Take, no, I was just acting on behalf of Rangers fans. Gotcha. I'm from Toronto and in school for Toronto. Favorite team has been Leafs since as a kid. Well, nobody's perfect, but that's, no, I'm just kidding. That's cool, John. You're in school for sports. That's great. And then John saying hi to Lefty. Andrea said, what do you think the future holds for Eriksson? I think he's going to play as long as no one else is healthy. He didn't hurt the team, but he didn't do much to help the team. Like, he was just there today. But I still think he's going to try and play out his contract. I wouldn't walk away from him 6 or 9 million, whatever he's owed still. And the Canucks will have to figure out what to do with him, quite frankly, because they got a lot of forwards knocking on the door, as you can see. Got hooked, great game, hi from Sweden. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome from Sweden. It's so good to have so many Swedish viewers on here. Costas, bye, Clay. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. You too, Costas. Thanks for being here. Dexter, Besser's moving around the net on both of his goals. Yes, Besser's been quite strong going to the net front, which is awesome. Not a lot of guys, not everyone wants to go to the net front. Lefty, like I said, Quinn Hughes will put up Bobby or Stats at the same age in the first round. I know great players. Lefty, I trust you, and that would be awesome. Matt, watching Brock play this week makes me want to rewatch the Building Brock video from the 2018. Yes, that was a very good documentary. Absolutely. Brock's been great. Reaction Club, I hope the Canucks win tomorrow. I'm with you. Lefty, Hot Take Hockey said that's too much pressure for Hughes. He He doesn't feel pressure as cool as cool hand Mike, as cool hand. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, Hughes doesn't have to carry our team. He just has to do what he can do, for sure. Plasma. It was so funny when Pedersen scored and Fiala got so mad. Yeah, these are competitive alpha guys, right? So Nahal says Brock Besser is amazing, and hi Clay, hello. Yes, Brock Besser is amazing, and hello. Roussel took McDavid's speed for that awesome goal. Yeah, that was nice to see, rushing down the wing. Johnson says, thoughts on the amount of penalties being taken by both teams? I think it's postseason hockey. Both teams are aggressive, they're competitive, and they want to win. But I think the refs are calling it pretty good. You can't cool hand Luke. Okay. Nux says, did Petey grab the puck after scoring? That I did not notice, but he should. It's his first goal in the postseason. Alfred says, all right, Clay, I'll be heading out now. Great win today. Let's win tomorrow. As always, please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless and go Canucks go. Well, Alfred, that's like my whole ending, but thanks, Alfred, for being here. Michael, Besser scores. Yes, Rob, cool hand Luke. Yes, that would make sense. I've heard of cool hand Luke. Nahal says, Hartman made me so mad after that hit on Petey. Yeah, Nahal, I was just saying, it could have been a lot worse. Petey was in a very, very vulnerable position. And then Rio says, yes, he did at the end of the game, probably talking about Pedersen picking up the puck. And Justin, oh, thank you, Justin, for the generous $5 donation. I'm glad. I was just about to say we're ending, which I think we will soon. But Justin, I appreciate the love for sure. The $5 donation. Again, you certainly don't have to, but everything is appreciated. Dexter gives 2 thumbs up, and Matt says Markey shouldn't have taken his goal home since he basically should have taken his goal home since he basically now owns it. That's actually a really good point. Yeah, he's been awesome, and he's looking like the mid-season Markey. Dexter says lag. Yeah, you know, I'm on my Wi-Fi on my phone, but I'm wired at for my computer, which is where I'm reading the comments. So maybe my phone is lagging. Yeah, well, obviously my phone must be lagging if you guys see it because you don't see my computer. So hopefully it's okay. Hartman, thumbs down. Lag's done. Nahal says Markey was the best tonight, at his best night. And ALTR says Stalock and Markstrom are gods. I like the Markstrom part. And Dexter said, no, it's good. 1 second of lag. All right. You guys, I think now's a good place to end it. We've gone for 42 minutes, which is pretty good for a post-game live stream in the middle of the day. After all, I am at work, looking good, looking sharp, representing the GLCPC. And Duffman, I love you too as well. Thanks very much. So I think we're United Nations today. I think we got up to 8 or 9 countries. I won't start naming them again because I know I'll forget about, but I know new today was Estonia, Portugal, and I learned that one of you was from Pakistan, which is awesome. Got some China in the house, Canada, of course, United States, and a couple others. Sweden. You guys, thank you for being here. I got to get some work done before my tea time this afternoon. I certainly won't golf as well as the Canucks played today, but hey, I can still remain hopeful for down the road. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget, tomorrow it's game 4. It's 7:45. Minnesota's technically the home team, but I don't see why the Vancouver Canucks can't continue this strong play and close out the series tomorrow night. So I'll check in with a vlog, hopefully in the at the start of the day, and then, or maybe one a little bit later today with some more thoughts. But for sure, make sure you join me on my post-game live stream tomorrow night after game 4. So keep typing away. I'll read the comments after I'm done here. But I appreciate you being here. No matter, you could be doing anything else, but I don't take you for granted. So thank you for being here. Subscribe to this video if you haven't already. Make sure you like this video if you haven't already, and enjoy the day. If you're like me, I'm sure you're gonna be in a great mood for the rest of the day, all the way up until game 4 tomorrow, where the Vancouver Canucks hopefully close out this series and advance to the true first round of the playoffs. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.